Brazil's naval strategy has evolved over the last decade in a way that is both deliberate and forward-looking. When Brazil purchased the former French Navy ship Sirocco in 2015, later commissioned as the Bahia, it signaled the beginning of a shift. The Navy moved beyond coastal policing and towards a true amphibious and logistical capability. If the Bahia was step one, the acquisition of HMS Bulwark to be renamed NDM Oiapoque is step two, a transition from a capable amphibious transport to a full-spectrum amphibious assault and command platform. For Brazilian observers, this development is not merely about acquiring another ship, but about Brazil quietly preparing to secure and shape the maritime domain that defines its future. The Bahia has proven itself as a versatile and reliable ship. Its operational profile in Brazil has included humanitarian missions, logistics transport, and regional readiness. It serves as a multi-role LPD capable of carrying troops, light vehicles, and helicopters. The Bahia represents a highly pragmatic purchase, a second-hand vessel brought at a fraction of the cost of new construction, rapidly integrated into the fleet, and immediately operational. This was a solution driven by time, budget discipline, and mission necessity. HMS Bulwark represents a different tier entirely. As an Albion-class LPD, Bulwark was designed from inception for high-volume, heavy mobility, expeditionary amphibious operations. Its vehicle deck can carry much heavier payloads, including armored vehicles and artillery systems. Its well deck can operate multiple landing craft simultaneously, enabling rapid force deployment from sea to shore. The command and control systems on board Bulwark enable it to coordinate multi-unit operations involving surface ships, helicopters, landing craft, and Marines. This turns it not just into a transport vessel, but into a floating headquarters for complex joint domain missions. For Brazil, the shift from Bahia to the forthcoming NDM Oiapoque suggests a broader strategic vision. Brazil has never pursued a confrontational naval doctrine. Its maritime posture is grounded in securing the Amazônia Azul, protecting environmental and economic interests, maintaining disaster response readiness, and contributing to maritime stability across the South Atlantic. In this context, Bulwark is not a weapon of aggression, but a platform of presence, mobility, and reassurance. It allows Brazil to be present anywhere within its maritime domain at the time and place of its choosing. The Bulwark also strengthens Brazil's humanitarian capability. The ship has a proven record serving in disaster relief operations, including mass evacuations and medical support missions. For a country facing frequent flooding, landslides, and potential climate-driven emergencies, the ability to deploy a mobile logistics hub with hospital capability is not theoretical. It is practical statecraft. It also enhances Brazil's capacity to assist partner nations across the Atlantic, especially Lusophone countries like Cape Verde, São Tomé and Príncipe, Angola, and Mozambique. This kind of naval diplomacy reinforces Brazil's soft power influence. The arrival of NDM Oiapoque will be noticed by other South Atlantic stakeholders. It communicates that Brazil possesses not only territorial breadth, but also maritime depth. It suggests that Brazil is able to project stability rather than simply defend coastline. At 230 million citizens and with one of the world's largest exclusive economic zones, Brazil has legitimate reasons to operate large amphibious and command vessels. There is also an industrial question. Why did Brazil choose to buy a used LPD instead of building one domestically? Some observers instinctively favor the build-at-home argument, but amphibious assault ships are among the most complex naval vessels in existence. Domestic construction would have required a decade of design, engineering, industrial tooling, sea trial refinement, and technical certification. Buying Bulwark allows Brazil to accelerate the capability timeline dramatically while learning from direct operation of a proven platform. This experience could become the foundation for future Brazilian-designed amphibious vessels in the late 2030s or early 2040s. From an operational perspective, the combination of Bahia and Bulwark gives the Brazilian Navy a two-tier capability. Bahia remains a highly useful medium-capacity, multi-mission platform. It can undertake smaller deployments, support logistics, and operate in secondary theaters. Bulwark becomes the flagship amphibious platform, capable of anchoring large-scale operations. This division of labor increases efficiency and allows Brazil to tailor deployments according to mission size, rather than overcommitting high-end assets to mid-range tasks. There are challenges. Bulwark is not a new ship, and its maintenance will require careful life cycle management. Crew training must evolve because operating a large amphibious assault vessel requires different technical standards, interoperability protocols, and complex mission planning. Budgetary planning must also account for long-term operating expenses, not just purchase cost. But Brazil has already demonstrated with Bahia that it can successfully integrate, maintain, and deploy second-hand capital ships. The Navy's professionalization and logistical maturity continue to grow. Looking ahead to 2030 to 2035, Brazil is positioned to emerge as the most capable naval amphibious power in the Southern Hemisphere. With 2 LPD-class vessels, growing frigate capabilities, a maturing submarine fleet, and expanding maritime domain awareness systems, Brazil will be able to act as a guarantor of stability across the South Atlantic. The transition from Bahia to Bulwark is not the end, but the midpoint of this trajectory. This evolution is subtle, yet profound. It is not loud, it is not boastful. It is measured, rational, and strategic. Brazil is not trying to become a global naval superpower. It is becoming something more grounded, the indispensable maritime steward of the South Atlantic. The acquisition of Bulwark is a statement that Brazil intends to shape its maritime destiny through preparedness, capacity, presence, and responsibility.